Okay, let's take a look at the rig. So, yeah, you mentioned about the body armor, and that's always a real tricky situation. Um, I can see that you have the shoulders not moving with the arms, which I think, if this is rigid, that makes sense that they wouldn't move with it. Um, yeah, looks like what you have going on with the armor there is working pretty well. Looks pretty good. Um, Head's looking good. Neck's looking good. Oh, we got the eyeballs working. That's good. Yeah, and so for this kind of stuff, it's sort of well, that's not so great anyway. But this is a sort of, to me, is more of a creative decision. Do you want to say that that armor is flexible, or do you want to give yourself like sort of creative license for the character to move in a somewhat cartoony way, and that his armor bends even though it wouldn't in reality, which is a creative choice you could make, or like you're saying, you just kind of wouldn't use this control, for example, and have him move around kind of stiffly. So like sort of kind of bending from here, and when he needs to, rotate, he kind of rotates from here, and just, in the way you would move stiffly if you had a rigid metal thing wrapped around you. Yeah, here you've got, I mean, you're going to need to move the legs, and whoops. And right now you've got that armor moving with the legs. So if you don't want the armor to move, that is going to be a problem. Um, where's that joint? It may be that that joint's a little high if the intention is to not have that bend at all, because, yeah, I would say it's high anyway. I mean, to me, it's too high. The hip bone, it bends more down here. It doesn't bend all the way up there. Um, feel on your own hip when you kind of move your leg around. It's much lower. It's more like here. So we can try. Oh my! I like restarted. Is this? I need to reinstall my advanced skeleton thing. It was there, but I think I restarted and didn't save my shelves. So what we can do or try to do, this sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Um, we can go back to fit skeleton here, and then take this joint and just hit D to change the pivot move mode and put that. So that should really be down there. And I'll hit D again. And then let's try update now. Oh, not update now. No, we want, rebuild advanced skeleton. I think I might have done something funny to the geometry when I moved that down. I think I moved it down with it, sort of. Um, so what I might do actually is just detach and skin and reattach the skin. So I'm going to do rigging, skin, detach skin. or unbind skin they call it now. Oh, that didn't change anything there. I thought I saw this scooch down a little bit. Maybe not. So maybe we don't need to do that. Okay, so it's probably not going to be any better yet. Because of the weighting. So I think the first thing is to get this thing, and let's go to the paint weights, paint, skin cluster weights, and I'm going to try to right mouse click and select influence here. And that hip right, so that should have 0 influence. So I'm going to replace with a value of 0 flood. And let's try that now. Okay, so now this doesn't affect the armor at all. I think it's affecting too much up there. I might actually go ahead and detach it like I started to, and then just rebind it to the appropriate joints. It's just a tricky part. Well, we can just bind it to all joints. It's not a big deal. So I'll go back into this thing. And select the form joints and, select the joints and use whatever. So I might do a better job now that the joint's in the right place. Okay, it is pulling that. That's in a pretty extreme pose that it's pulling that forward. But that's another surface, right? Something you have underneath there, which honestly, I don't even know if you need these faces down here. But anyway, we can go back to the paint weights thing and just flood that with 0 again, and then that shouldn't move with the hip. Okay. And then just mirror. Well, this should be fine, but then mirror this skin. Where's mirror skin weights? Mirror skin weights options from the negative side to the positive side. So we'll uncheck that and mirror, and then do the same on this thing. Mirror skin weights. Okay. And then when I do the other leg, it should be the same, or it doesn't affect that. Yeah. So that's a little better, I think. Let's see what else. Yeah, there's some weighting issues on the feet. Oh boy, there's a lot of surfaces to deal with. I wonder, can I do them all at the same time? So this is toes. This should be solid white here. So I'm going to change the value to 1, paint, and replace, and just paint that as solid white on the front there. And then for ankle, this stuff should be solid white, so that kind of sticks when you do it. So now, when I use that roll, what we should see is that, see how the toe is sticking better? Compare that to this one, which I haven't done yet. See how the toe's moving through the ground there? And then this one, it sticks. And then again, the heel, well, it's not perfect. Oh no, it's pretty good. See how it's really pivoting off that corner? And then compare that to this one, where, see how it slides around and moves around? So you need to fix the weighting on the feet, like so. And yeah, did I check everything else? I think I've checked everything else. So I can't remember now, but yeah. So generally looking pretty good. A few little areas to fix.